Everybody, March 17th, 2022, and we're at Maxwell's in Waterloo. To my left,
Sandy Campbell.
Sandy Campbell, and to my right,
Robbie Campbell.
and here's Randy. Okay, guys, can Randy play with you tonight?
Absolutely. Now, is he a Campbell too?
He's a Turnbuckle.
Oh, a Turnbuckle.
Yes, he's from Scotland, you know.
The only problem is that Paul said for Randy to be on stage, he needs one of these blue.
We'll get him one.
We'll get him.
We'll get him
We'll
one.
find one or we'll make one up.
Find one.
Yeah.
Okay, they're probably all over the parking lot.
Tonight he might be a Turnbuckle, though. I
A
tell you.
Turnbuckle.
You know.
Okay, guys, who's your favorite? Okay, Sandy, who's your favorite hockey team?
Well, I went over this before with a few people because, believe it or not, the Ottawa Senators were the first team to play the Mudmen music, and then, of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs are very good to us. I'm a big Leaf fan, but lately the Edmonton Oilers have been. So you always have to support those who support you. So currently, I'm going to have to say the Oilers for now.
Okay, Robbie.
Well, for me, growing up in Hunter country there, Dick Hunter's been out to a lot of shows. Dale's been great to us. We said we got to party with the London Knights when they won the Memorial Cup. We played it. I'd have to say, I know we're in Rangers country here, but I'm going to say the London Knights.
Okay, and you know what? Just to throw in hockey, the first hockey game that was played in Canada was in 1917, and it was Montreal Canadiens and the Ottawa Senators, who smoked up after a while and didn't play hockey until they were brought back, 5-10 years ago?
Now, did you realize that the Kenora Thistles won the Stanley Cup?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you look at it back when the Stanley Cup was just the top part that you drank out of, just this little guy.
Yeah.
That when you drive through the town, I had a bet with our old banjo player, and I said, that if you look in history, before the Stanley Cup was branded to the NHL in the original six, that Kenora Thistles was one of the big teams, and they won it. And so they did Hockey Day in Canada a few years ago, and they talked about that. Now, even when you drive through the town, they've got the sign saying, 1914 Stanley Cup champs, and so
Okay.
that's a little bit. And, if you want to talk about history, that Sarnia had a football team that won the Grey Cup.
That I recall. I recall. Now, this is St. Paddy's Day. Okay, what song are you going to start off with, and what song are you going to finish with, or do you know yet?
We're going to start off with Lady Luck because it's always lucky for St. Paddy's Day, right?
Aye. And the last song, Robbie?
Well, we're going to do Drink It Fight, and if we get an encore, we're going to do, I know we were just talking about how great Johnny Cash was, we're going to do Ring of Fire.
Right on. That is very cool. All right. So, who is your favorite band, Sandy?
That's tough. I mean, we grew up listening to a lot of traditional music, but I'd still put probably like Bruce Springsteen pretty high.
Okay. And Robbie?
Well, growing up, like we said, with the Celtic influence and this and that, it was cool. Growing up Saturday nights, Sunday nights, I can't remember, but the Irish Rovers had a TV show, and those guys are brilliant. And the first concert I ever saw was sitting on my mom's lap watching the Irish Rovers. Then we got to tour with the Irish Rovers, and we've been friends with the original members that are still alive, and great guys, great band. I think they're 50 years together, and I'd have to say was not a party.
Okay.
Again, another band that gave us our first chance and supported us, so you got to always remember that, right?
Damn right, boy.
Never forget that.
Damn right. So I understand that you both maybe know Ron McLean and Don Cherry.
Yes, and we said they've both been fantastic to us, they both gave us a shout out for a documentary, and I'll let Rob say a few more words.
Well, we said growing up, once again, I was a big hockey fan, and we said it's cool when you get to meet some of your heroes, and we said then you get to work with them is even cooler, and we said Ron's been amazing. We got his home phone number, and same with Don. I think we might be one of the only people in Canada currently that has the new number, but those guys have been great supporters, great ambassadors for Canada, and everyone out there that is not really aware of what happened in that situation. You got to remember that both guys have done so much for hockey, bands,
Yes, they have.
the country, and this and that, and it's unfortunate what happened, but they should be remembered individually and together for great accomplishments. And listen, you don't get in the Walk of Fame unless you do something right.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Well, we said a good Ron
That's right.
McLean story that I'll tell is we were playing for the Edmonton Oilers 84 reunion of the first Stanley Cup with Gretzky and Fuhrer and Messier, the whole team there. And Ron McLean was talking to us, and they said, "Come on, Ron, we got to go," because he's so friendly. He's chatting with everyone. And he came back and gave us his per diem. I forget how much it was, 150, 200, whatever it was, dollars, and just gave it to us. That's what a great guy he is. And then again with Don Cherry, you know, man, who can you just phone up and call you back? And yeah, that's pretty impressive. Last year he put the suit on and went out in his backyard and did a little video for us. That's pretty good.
So we were starting out, we said we wanted to you know, get our feet wet, and we had no idea we were as green as the grass or as the green 317 shirt we're selling tonight. And we talked to Rose, and Rose is a great lady, and we went down to meet Don, and that was like 1994. And they gave us respect lots of time, and Don gave us his home phone number, and we said, you know, great guys, and you know, if I phoned them up, you know, nothing but respect for those guys.
That's okay. What? One more question. Okay, Randy wants to know what you're going to pay him if he gets up on stage tonight.
Well, I think that I've heard Innocente makes a great beer.
Innocente makes a great beer.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for the interview. You must be thirsty and hungry.
I think we're going to have a pint
and you got to
or two.
be on stage pretty soon,
Pretty
right?
soon, Saul.
Okay, thanks for Waterloo. Sandy,
yeah.
Okay,
Robbie,
thanks.
and Randy going to be on stage soon
Okay, thanks.
for beer. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay, no worries.
We're out.